Hey, what's going on, DCUO? I'm bringing you what I think is an epic fail, a huge fail on the producers of DC Universe and SOE's producers. As you can see here, it's been confirmed by Maps himself that there is no future plans for Rage having an advanced mechanic, which to me is complete garbage. Every power they've been stated to revamp every power in the game and give them an advanced mechanic. And as this conversation unfolded here on Twitter, uh, according to the producers of the game, DCUO, Rage is already in play with advanced mechanic because they have this ability to self heal. Well, to me, that's not an advanced mechanic. Every other advanced mechanic in the game so far, they've revamped. You've had the ability to either give power back or the ability to do a rotation without using power, such as Hard Life, for example, where you can do the infinite construct combos. And to me, Rage being a light power, they should also have the ability to have infinite constructs. I mean, it is light, for God's sakes. Um, there's what, three, four, maybe three constructs and not a single combo. I mean, yeah, you got outrage and eviscerating chains and it's about it. You know, uh, and it's a single hold combo. There's no no multi tap, no uh, how do I want to put this? No extended melee. It's very basic, uh, very underpowered in my opinion. I think Rage is a good melee power, but as far as range attacks goes, I mean you got one basic loadout, one basic rotation. You can change it up a tad bit. You know, throw the robot sidekick in, throw in severe punishment, get a few extra ticks from your weapon, or a few extra might ticks from using your combos. But other than that, Rage is just way underpowered in my opinion right now. You go into Love and War, full 97, completely expert modded. You go up against somebody that's hard light and with the same gear, same skill points. Go up against somebody that's mental, somebody that's ice, somebody that's nature, somebody that's gadgets. There's just no competition. You can't compete. You can't stay on top of the leaderboard. There's just no doing it. And I'm going to share a few examples, just some real basic stuff, what I think they should do, what they should update. You guys agree with me? Leave a comment. Give me some feedback. What you guys think? Try to get the word out there. Try to spread it. I know a lot of people are requesting to make a change to Rage. I know there's a lot of players in the game that have been Rage since it came out and would like to see that change. So let's do what we can, guys. Let's get the word out there. Let's make it happen. Like it says here, they have no future plans. Um, so that means, you know, they may never do it. They just may not have it in the foreseeable future. Maybe months from now, maybe a year from now, maybe never. So let's see if we can make that change happen and make it happen soon. Because I know I'm tired of how Rage is set up, and I know you guys want to make it give a little more kick. So let's see what we can do about it. And take a look at these examples. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like if you agree with me on this, and subscribe for more updates and more reviews. And there's plenty more to come. So let's see what you guys think. All right, guys. Here's my thing. With the melee part of Rage, I don't think it's that bad, honestly. But they need to do more with the constructs. I think Galleon Eruption is okay with the melee part, but I think the animation is great too. Just the fact that it's you're throwing up as bubbling hot red acid on the ground that you throw up is amazing. But they need to add that power to where you can use it in a range loadout without running up and getting killed by in-game bosses. Um, some of my ideas as far as the advanced mechanic, but you throw Galleon Eruption, you throw it with Relentless Anger, you get power back from those two, and then you get power back going into Outrage. And same goes with I don't remember what they're called, but the Light Claws for Rage. I mean, you get some power back when you do those uh, constructs. Same way with Viscerating Chains. Why not give us some power back when we're using that rotation? Right now you do that rotation you're going to get smoked. I mean, it's completely blockable. Every one of those powers. With hard light, you got fan, which you can launch it. It's you can use that while you're blocking. You got the chainsaw melee combo. You got the baseball bat from Entrap. You got uh, snap trap. There's all these animations for hard light, and you don't have diddly squat for rage. You got all these basic animations that you get with any other power. To me, rage being a light power, as I said before, should have a lot more constructs, and there's a lot more powers that need to be taken out that just aren't really used. Like we got channel hate. I mean, it's way too long of an animation, way too interruptible, really non-usable in PvP. Doesn't do any damage in PvE. And then we got violence. It's close range. It's okay for PvP. I mean, it's a dot you can throw on your enemies. But yet again, for the power consumption of it, it really doesn't do that much damage, and it's just a waste for me. It could be turned into something else easily. Get rid of this in the power tree and throw in another construct. It's my opinion on that power as well. It's just not really much use. And then lacerate goes for the same way. It's cool. It's a construct blade, but it's like that anvil in. Oh, let me stop this here. It's like the anvil in Hardlight. It's gonna get blocked every time, and it's just not the damage of it. It's just not that great. And then as far as the buff with Ferocity goes, if you're wanting to use both buffs, Bloodlust and Ferocity, it's too many power points. It just can't happen. And I mean, Ferocity doesn't last that long. I understand it's a rebuff to tanks in PvP, but I don't ever see it really get used too much. I mean, I don't see the point in having two precision buffs with Rage, especially when you don't really take advantage of them in a loadout when you to use both of them at the same time. Let's see, it's Revenge here. Like my biggest thing with Revenge, it's doesn't hit hard at all. I think it's a cool construct. I think it needs to be more like hard light claws, where you have, the combo with it, where you can do more than one animation. As far as the um, infinite combos go, I think that should be something that should be updated or changed. Make it hit a little bit harder, like the regular light claws for the Green Lanterns. Make it to where you can tap square more times and do more than one combo with it as well. Let's see, move on to the next one here. I think I was going to talk about Frenzy. Yes, Frenzy. Frenzy, I mean, pointless power. I mean, you're sitting there scratching at an enemy. I mean, it's cool. It's got the five. You can see here, it's got the five combos. That's neat. That's what I want to see. More combos. Like I say, it's a light power. Should have more combos. But the damage, just ridiculous. And the fact that you're just scratching at the enemy. I mean, what the hell? There's no. Once again, no light construct. Um, and this vindictive, yeah, it's cool. You're not gonna, get any rage crash on the taking side. Um, Yet again, this goes to the fact that the just the superchargers for rage right now are horrible. I mean, you don't actually have a supercharge that does damage when you cast it. Um, and I mean, this just does not last long enough, even with the full supercharge build up all the way. Just does not last long enough in tank stance. I think they could update that a little bit, do something a little different with it. Let's see what was I gonna do next. Let's go over to IRE. Yes. What we got here, I think it's great that IRE is a breakout and an instant heal. But yet again, when you're tanking, it heals you for like 1 to 2,000. In-game content that's just not enough. And I mean, with rage tanking, everybody that's tanked with rage before knows that you don't really spec into restoration. It does nothing for you. So I mean, there again, IRE is just to me is kind of a waste. Yeah, it's cool. It's a breakout because it's going to keep you from rage crashing in a lot of instances when you're getting juggled. But I think it needs a little bit of a buff, a little bit of a kick in the ass, make it a little bit stronger. That's pretty much all I had to say about that, though. And severe punishment. I mean, we got we have two of the same powers basically. I mean, yeah, this one you're going to gain control resistance, and you're going to gain extra health. To me, that's really all you need. The other severe, I can't even think what it's called right now. I'll have to go back and take a look. But to me, when you have two powers in this, that both activate Rage Crash and both trees, I mean, it's a little bit overkill. I think we could get rid of one of those and, do a different construct with either one of those power points. Like I said before, with Galleon Eruption, I think it needs to be something that's thrown, something that's casted out farther, like Wintry Tempest or something like that, or, just, or Gravity Well for uh, having a problem thinking here tonight, guys. Uh, Quantum, there we go. Finally spit it out. I think it needs to be a ranged AoE, something that you can activate a little bit more of power interactions at a distance. That's another thing. Rage has no power interactions. A, there's like what, two powers, three powers that you can use to cast power interaction. I think that needs to be updated a little bit, give us a little bit more range attacks. I mean, like I said before, we got Plasma Wretch and Dreadful Blast. I think that needs to be updated so we can have more than one rotation. I think it's kind of crazy how there's basically one range rotation for Rage DPSing. There's no variety. And here we go with I got my comments, my review on the range DPS side of Rage and what I think we could do with the advanced mechanic and power back. Like I said, I think Galleon Eruption, I think this should be a range attack. I mean, I think it's a great animation, as I said before. I think we could do some range attacks with it. And then Galleon Eruption, I think that's another sweet animation. You're vomiting out of your mouth with just red plasma, basically. Um, and I love the animation of it. I don't like the fact that we have to clip it. I think we should, should be like Arctic Gust for ice, where you're getting a lot stronger, excuse me, a lot stronger ticks for having that animation up and not jump canceling it. I think she should be able to have a lot more damage than the damage over time that is currently applied. And then Dreadful Blast, I mean, it's hits pretty hard right now. I don't think there's really too much of a problem with it, but they did make it just a tad bit slower, and the precision side of it's a little weak. The might side hits fairly hard with weapon mastery, but I think if they did something with Plasma Wretch and Dreadful Blast as the advanced mechanic, to where you made where, like I said, Plasma Wretch, you got a little bit more damage like Arctic Gust for ice, and then with Dreadful Blast, you get uh, the high crits and the higher precision ticks from the combo after using, say Galleon Eruption into Plasma Wretch and the Dreadful Blast. Kind of make that, if they don't want to add more constructs or make any more changes to the power, just make it to where we get that power back and that extra damage for using those in the row, just like you do with any other advanced mechanic that they've updated at the time. So I think that's about it, guys. I've ranted about this long enough. I rant about it every day. I just want to see something done with it. I've been Rage, pretty much since the Power came out. There's others that have been too, and I know we've all requested a change. I think it's time something's been done. So, like I said, if you guys agree, you guys want to see something happen, drop a like, give me some feedback. Let's get the word out there. Let's make Rage happen, guys.